Off the car, and I staged it basically where I think all of my pieces are going. I went to Home Depot yesterday with my cut list after I had like really sat down and thought about what I wanted this to look like. That way I knew exactly everything I was getting, and because I knew that I would be putting it all in my car, I don't have a truck, I needed to make sure that it would all would fit. So there were a couple things I had to modify, a couple things I didn't have, so I ended up getting longer pieces, had them, cut them, that sort of thing. But I am just going to get to work assembling the bottom frame, then work on putting the corner posts up, and we'll see how long the kids end up sleeping to let me do that. Changing my drill bit to say that I changed my dimensions from 16 by 16 to 16 by 8. I put a fence up right here behind the camera. That was my original run, and it's just, I don't really want to move the post to be able to fit a 16 by 16. I think that a 16 by 8 is looking pretty good for the 7 chickens that I have. I may end up with less sometime soon, depending on who's laying and who isn't. So I guess I kind of cut my project in half. I'm gonna have to redo some calculations on my supplies, and I might end up returning a few things, but anyway, I'm just gonna keep going. Where we left off because my phone died, but I got all 4 of the corner posts up and a couple middle pieces. All I'm gonna try to do before the sun sets, because it is about an hour out, is get all of the top parts here. I'm gonna put them about 3 feet off the ground because I want to be able to staple my chicken wire to it, and my chicken wire is 3 feet tall. So that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm gonna do now. It's been raining all day, and I just got the kids in bed. It sort of feels like it might start again, but I'm just gonna try to get something done on this chicken coop. Last night, as you guys saw by the end of the last video, we pretty much worked until there was literally no daylight left. And a lot of that time was spent cussing, wondering what the heck I was doing, and just like measuring and remeasuring and being really confused. So earlier today, because I know I wouldn't be out here for a while, sat down, drew myself another little sketch and figured out some more measurements. So I'm going to double check my math with the measuring tape on the actual thing, but then I'm just going to try to get to cutting some pieces, getting them installed. I really do want to get all of these pieces around the entire thing. Hopefully I can do that before I get totally rained out. I don't mind working in the rain. I don't want my tools to get wet. I can't let my phone get wet, obviously. So that is pretty much the only thing that's keeping me from being out here finishing this today. But let's just quit running our mouths and get to it. With that progress. I think now I'm gonna try to do all of the top boards, and that's gonna be some more figuring because I didn't think about all of that this morning when I was doing the rest of my calculations. We'll see how it goes. Might have mentioned it in a video a time or two, but we just moved into this place in October of 2022, and I just had to stop working on my project for a little bit because the old owner stopped by. We're still both kind of like trying to sort out our mail. They just moved to another house in town, so it's really easy for them to stop by, but we just sat there and chatted for a while. And now my phone is going to be sitting on the charger because it's at 1%, so I probably will not get much more done, but I will let my phone sit and charge for a while and then see if I can get a picture or a short video of whatever I do accomplish by the time it gets darker, the kids wake up. So I got all of the top pieces done, and I didn't end up coming back out here to film yesterday just because it was dark, the kids woke up, all that sort of stuff. But as you can see, we got some snow. I've been waiting this morning for it to stop snowing so I can get out here, although it is very cold. Might need to go put something on my ears. I've got a little kid wandering around, but all I need to do today is finish this door. It's mostly put together. Well, you can't really see it, but I gotta screw the middle piece on, install all of the hardware, and put it up in that spot right there, and then put the wire and the netting around. I'm hoping that between right now, got a baby napping, and maybe a little later in the afternoon, if it'll warm up some and stop snowing, that we can get it completely finished today, and then my chickens will be allowed to roam and be very happy with all of this new ground instead of being stuck in their coop. So let's get to work. Got two kids out here. Well, I kind of sort of got the door hung up. I'm having some trouble with the hardware. I can't really figure out how I want it to go on there. But in the spirit of getting something accomplished, I mean, the door is closed. You know, once wire's up, the chickens are definitely not going to get out. I can fix it later. I'm not going to fuss with it anymore. I just want to get some wire and some netting up so that I can hopefully feel like something was accomplished today. My phone died after both kids got back out here. All I did was fuss with that door, so I didn't miss much. But they're back in bed for their afternoon naps, so I'm gonna try to knock out some wiring before the baby wakes up, and hopefully we get a good chunk of that done today. I'm gonna keep doing the time lapse and sorry in advance if the camera's real shaky. It is kind of windy out here. I just got another jacket on. Let's get going. I did it. All the way around, just the bottom part and the door. And I'm gonna put the net over the top. I barely had enough to go around the entire thing and do the door. I think it was like 50 feet of chicken wire. I'm very pleased. So the only thing I have left to do for this to be like chicken proof on the bottom, besides like the net on the top, but there's joints in the chicken wire, obviously, where I had to use different pieces. And the only reason I had to do that was because I bought a roll and I used some when I made the second run to like capture the chickens that escaped. I just like put it over so they couldn't fly out. So I had to cut pieces, so I had to use just like smaller sections, but a couple of the ends are pretty mangled, so I'm gonna work on trimming it and putting the cage clips on there so that it's all like tidy and not gonna cut anybody. Honestly, I probably am not going to film much more of this. I'll do like maybe putting the net up or something, but a lot of this, like, I'm behind the coop, you can't see me, so there's no point in me filming if you can't see what I'm doing, and also, you know, just trying to conserve battery on my phone. So I'm going to get to work on the cage clips, and then I'll see you back for the netting. Now that I've got a baby on my back and I'm not quite sure how much time I'm gonna have left to do anything out here with it being windy and freezing, I decided I was gonna try to get that net put up. My plan is to put it from like starting on this rung back here and over, and then this rung and over, and then I'll have a piece going through the middle because it's only 7 foot wide, and I think, yeah, it's probably not going to overlap, but we'll see. And I'm just going to get started. Not really even close to being done, but it's just getting way too cold and windy. I've got it around the side and I'm working on the top. So I think tomorrow will be the day. I'm gonna get the top done. I've got a couple more sections of the chicken wire to put those cage clips on, and then I can let my girls out. I'm so ready for this to be over. Good morning. We are finished. The door on the coop is open. We've only had one brave girl venturing outside, and maybe she went back in to tell all her friends. I put some scratch on the ground already, but I might do more so they know. Can't blame them if they're a little scared of me. Our relationship has been somewhat traumatic already for the past week. But I'm done. That's it. That is it. I'm gonna try to get some clips of them enjoying their new run, but I am freezing. I think it's single digits out here right now. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just ready to go inside and have some coffee. So I'm gonna let them make their way out as they feel comfortable, and I'm hoping to watch them enjoy it a little bit today.